Hey everyone, got the chat room open, so feel free anytime to ask questions and I will do my best to answer. Hi Claudine. It takes a little bit of time for people to get loaded in here sometimes because oftentimes people wait to the last minute to register for the link, so they do it right before the call, and then they have to wait for the system to email them. So I'll give it like 30 seconds, but then I'm going to get going. So it's different using this webinar software as opposed to the Zoom calls that we used to do. It's not as interactive, of course, since I don't have all the faces to look at, unfortunately, but Zoom only allows 25 people. So I have to, and this, you can have any number on these calls. So because our attendance is growing, so hi. At least you guys can chat. Yay, Stephanie. Hola. All right, guys. So it feels like it's been so long since we've chatted. I have not led a team call in so long. I've had a lot of guest speakers. We maybe even have skipped something. I've had some of the coaches lead, the leaders on the team. And that's been largely due to my whole life circumstances with my move. But it's been hard. It's been hard to be away from. I mean, I know we interact daily on the team page, but it's different to be able to just talk to you and really share with you guys what's going on in my mind, the vision for the team, different things we have going on. So it feels so good to get back to this. And now I have my new office. So it's especially fun to be able to have a good space to talk to you guys. Just a couple housekeeping things. If you aren't aware of the September Challenge Pack promotions, we have PIO Kickstart, PIO, and 3-Day Refresh. Challenge Packs on sale, I believe PIO is $140, PIO Kickstart is $180, and 3-Day Refresh is $140. Is that right? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's right. Something that I wanted to get a graphic up here for you, but I did not. I'm doing something, so this is fun. I'm doing something called the September Supplement Sampler. So grab a piece of paper. I'm going to drop some stuff on you guys today. September Supplement Sampler. And so what I'm asking you guys to do is the month of September, I am asking everybody to try at least one of the new supplements or boosts. I know the boost tends to be more universal. So I really want to hear people try the supplements. And so I'm going to create a document in the team page for testimonials. And so anybody who submits a testimonial is going to go into a drawing at the end of the month for some supplements and boosts. I have some boosts to give away. So what I'm trying to do is create testimonials for the entire team to use because, obviously we aren't all going to use all of the boosts or all the supplements. We don't all have the same fitness goals and needs, etc. So this is going to be an excellent resource for the entire team to have. So for everybody to try something different and provide their testimonial. So for the month of September, that's what I'm asking you guys to do. So that'll be a fun way to help out the team with some testimonials. So when you have a customer asking you about, tell me about the recharge with this new performance line, and you're like, well, I haven't ever done it, so I don't really know. So then you can go to that document and say, you know what, well, here's what my teammates said about it. So that's my September supplement sampler. Does anyone have video? Is anybody having trouble hearing me? I hope everyone sees me. But this is recording, so it should be sent to you after if you register for the event, and then it's saving to YouTube link, so you can share this with your teams. Okay. So here's where this is what's been on my mind for the past couple of months, because I've had kind of this has been the hardest time for me to remain focused on my business with my move, and so but I knew that I wanted to come back at it with a lot of excitement. And I felt like I feel like September is a time where we start to get really busy because we're, many people have children in school. We're getting back into certain routines. And I think it's very easy for this time of year for us to kind of almost kiss 2015, kiss the year kind of goodbye and just kind of start looking forward to the next year. Okay, well, I didn't get to this goal this year. So let me think about what's going to happen next month or next year. Or I'm doing okay right now. If I just kind of hold where I'm at, if I just kind of maintain status quo, I'll do all right. And so I want to really challenge that thought. I mean, it's easy for me to go there too, to think, wow, I've done a lot this year considering I've moved. I feel okay with, but I think that's so silly and that's so safe. And the reality is we have 4 months left of the year. That's a lot. 4 months is a lot. That's a third of the year. That's a full third of the year. And I really want us to think about, so I'm starting something today called 4 Months to Freedom. 4 months to freedom, because I really want people to take a focus right now on these next 4 months like they did at the beginning of 2015. If you were here, if you were part of Team Phoenix back in January or December, you maybe heard me do a video message to the team, really kind of leading you guys in a charge to make this year the year you actually give this a shot. Make this the year that you actually say, you know what, I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to work for this and to see if this is really, I asked you guys for at least 6 months at that time. I said, you know what, just give this a try. And just see if this is the right fit for you by committing to, the 3 vital behaviors. And a lot of you guys really took me up on that and have done amazing things. Many of you weren't here then. And maybe some of you just weren't really in a place that wasn't a goal of yours. So, but maybe now is. Maybe since then you've decided you want to give this a try. And anybody on this call, you're all in very different stages of your business. Some of you are brand new to the business. Some of you are veterans, seasoned, emeralds and beyond, diamonds, star diamonds. Some of you maybe have been a coach technically for months and months and months, but you actually haven't started your business. Some of you are just maybe saying, I'm not even sure if I want to do this. This is kind of a hobby. I'm kind of kicking the tires. That's okay too. So, but I promise you what I'm going to share with you tonight is going to be something for everybody, every last one of us, including myself. So I actually made it a PowerPoint, which is really big time for me because I'm not really good with this kind of thing. So let me see if I can figure out how to screen share real quick. So I thought maybe a visual would be helpful. Oh, sorry about my phone. My goodness. Okay, let's get down to here. I'm going to ask for somebody to Facebook message me if they do not see this. Okay, if you guys are not seeing my slideshow, one of you Facebook message me because I can't see my webinar controls. So I'm just going to wait for someone to buzz me. And okay, oh, there's a buzz. Let me make sure that's not one of you telling me you can't see my stuff. Okay, no, it's somebody else. Okay, so here's the thing, I think, with pushing for goals. I think it's really, really easy for us in this business. Let me stop sharing real quick because oh, never mind. Never mind. So here's the thing with these goals. I think it's so easy for us in this business to get really caught up in the goals, the Success Club goals and the ranks and the numbers. And that's partially due to the fact because that's how we're recognized. That's how the company recognizes us. I do the top 10, I do the recognition graphics where our upline is always telling us Success Club 5 is the goal, Emerald's the goal, you got to do that. And that's because those things are measurable. Those are goals that are very easy to measure. That's a tangible mark that we can check that box and say we've done it. And so and if you're like me, I'm very achievement oriented. If someone tells me to do something, there's a certain mark or measure to hit, I'm going to do it, or I'm going to, certainly going to do my best. And even those of us who've been around for a long time, doing this for a while, and by long time, I mean, nobody on this team has been doing this longer than 2.5 years, because that's only when I joined. But still, but what I'm saying is, even as long as I've been doing this, and as many goals of mine as I've hit, it's really easy for me to even get caught up in it. And especially when you're coming down to the end of a goal or end of a deadline, a timeline, those numbers start to really mask the reason that you got involved in the first place. And you might call it your why. We refer to it, your why. You need to go back to your why. So what I want to focus on today is, in the next 4 months, is to start. So I'm calling this "Start with the Dream and End with the Goal." And what I have learned through my ups and downs in the business is, anytime that I am really pushing toward a certain goal, I lose my joy and my satisfaction when I am losing sight of the dream. And I feel like over the summer, that's kind of where I found myself. I was so caught up in what I wasn't doing in my business, because I wasn't focusing on what I was doing, and I wasn't leading with my dream. So we're gonna talk about some, conceptual. I'm gonna have my little soapbox about this, but then we're gonna talk about some practical steps. Okay. So I mentioned this. What happened in 2015? We feel like it's almost the end of the year, but really we have a third of the year left. 4 months was a ton of time to make a lot happen. So we're talking about putting the dream first, really writing out those dreams. We're going to get into that. And then there's a place for the numbers. There's a place for Success Club and rank and income goals. There's definitely a place for it, but you have to come up with a vision and a reason for those numbers to be relevant. Why are we, if you're just shooting for it as a goal, just because you want to hit a mark, like, somebody who might be achievement oriented like myself, there's no satisfaction in it. So I want you to kind of take an assessment of where you're at right now. Are you kind of feeling like, I'll just be happy if I stay where I'm at till 2016, or if I make any forward progress, that'll be a bonus? Or have you kind of just said, I made this goal last month, 2 months ago, January, when I joined, et cetera, et cetera. I made this goal, but I haven't hit it. So I'm just kind of like, okay, well, let's look to next year. Like, where are you at? I want you to take an assessment of your business, your mindset right now. Where do you find yourself? Or maybe you can say, honestly, no, girl, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. And if that's you, awesome for you. So what I'm suggesting and asking is for all of us, myself included, is to recalibrate today and to come up with a dream, a vision, to write something out. Because when there's no vision, you lose joy in this business. You become less satisfied as you hit those marks. I told myself, I'm going to hit Success Club 5. I'm going to hit Success Club 10. I'm going to hit Diamond. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I keep setting myself up to hit these marks. And I became addicted to challenging myself. And while that can be a very, I guess, a valuable quality in being driven that way, when there's no vision behind that and there's no why behind that, I mean, there's no fun in it. And when I hit that Success Club 10 every month, it's easy for me to be less happy about it, less excited about it, because it's become like an addiction to hit the goals and hit the marks, almost, without putting the are you accomplishing your vision? Are you accomplishing your dream? What did you say you set out to do when you started to do this? Are you doing that? Take some time to celebrate those victories, rather than being addicted to the feeling of hitting marks or the euphoria of that shout out or whatever kind of recognition or whatever it is about it. And when you do lose sight of your vision, you will have a dysfunctional organization. What I've seen happen in other businesses is these clients and these teammates, your own coaches, your own downline, they become pawns in your in your big plan. I mean, I've seen this play out with and other teams and other people that I've come in contact with, is when you start to look at clients and your own downline as somebody who's just going to help you get to this next goal. And gosh, I never want that to happen to me. Easily happen when you aren't starting with the dream and ending with the goal. So here we go. I'm going to ask you guys to take out a pen and paper, and you're not going to write your vision down now, but I want you to take your paper out, because I would love for you to write it down either tonight or tomorrow morning, because we have 4 months. I'm going to stop sharing for a second if I can. Just want to talk to you, because here comes my soapbox. Martha, yes, Martha, that's the video that inspired her. Now I'm seeing your chat. Yes, oh my gosh. And Martha, you've done amazing things since the beginning of this year. I'm so proud of you. So I know this is cheesy, and I always thought this kind of stuff was cheesy because I'm not much of a thinker. Like I don't like to journal or write. It's not a gift of mine. I don't. And they say, you need to write down your goal. You need to write down your dreams. You need to write down your vision, your mission. I'm like, yeah. I know what that is. I know it. I know it in my head. I live it. It's the way I think. So yeah, I got it. But there's such a power in physically putting pen to paper and really putting it into words, what your dreams and visions are for your business and for your future. I mean, and this is for everything, your marriage, your family life, all those things too. But we're talking about our business, obviously here. And I'll just kind of give you a brief vision statement of mine, just to kind of give you an idea of what. And guess what? This is going to evolve. Mine has changed over the course of 2.5 years. I did not set out to lead a team. I was a hobby coach. First, I was a discount coach. Then I was a hobby coach. Then I was like, yeah, I might do something with this. And now, oh my gosh, it's crazy. So this has evolved over time. So right now, I have a big dream and a big passion that I'm really trying to create all of my goals and my efforts around this and tie everything that I do to this bigger picture. And this is the brief vision. And then I'll share my dream with you, because I feel like it's kind of important for my team to know where I stand. So this is my brief vision statement: to provide, that does not make sense. To help people achieve their fitness and business goals in a way that provides hope, empowerment, and freedom. In the beginning, I was just like, yeah, I want to help people get fit. But that's really evolved over time, is that I've learned that, this is giving me such a sense of empowerment. This is giving me hope. This is giving me freedom. So that's just a brief vision statement that I kind of work from when it comes to the way I work with my challenge groups, the way that I work with my team. And so here's something that's been on my heart that I've been wanting to share with you, that I somehow, I want this idea, or this, how do I say it? This is a heaviness that I feel like this opportunity has been placed in my life this is what I need to help accomplish. And this is only developed over the past couple of months, this understanding of this is what I want this opportunity to do for me and for the people that I come into contact with. And you guys are all going to have something very different, and that's great, and it should be different. So I just want to share with you, because I think it's important to know, where I come from when I'm leading you. Whether you're my personally sponsored coach or you're levels and levels deep. Something that has really been weighing on me, because it used to be the way I thought and who I was as a person, was there's so many women specifically who we are such in a state of service to everybody around us. A lot of us are mothers, and we sacrifice so much for those around us, and that's what we're called to do. That's who we are, is we should be serving those around us. But we do that so much at the expense of our own health, our own dreams, our own sanity, our own ambition. And I think that's doing them all a disservice. And I'm realizing that more and more, that we can use the people that we serve as the excuses for why we're not healthy, why we're not hitting our goals. We can use, our jobs, or, if you have a full-time job, or if you have, an older relative to care for, or you have young children, or if you have, a husband with a demanding job, whatever it is, it's so easy to say, well, I can't do this because I have to do this for these people and this person and that person. I have to be here at this time. This is my schedule, Megan. It looks like this. And I think we can throw those excuses away, because when we don't meet our own health and physical needs, when we don't meet our own mental health needs, we don't meet our own sleep needs, if we don't meet our own ambition needs and our own passion needs, we are not serving those around us any better. When I was feeling guilty for taking on this business in the beginning, I thought, man, I have young children at home. I should not spend this time. I should be doing this with them. But what I was learning as when I invested this little bit of time doing something that fulfilled me, I was a much better mother. I was a less resentful wife. And the same thing goes for when I'm working with clients is, they've let their health get out of hand. This is my demographic that I tend to work with, is moms. That's just who I tend to attract, because that's, the stage I'm at. As moms, we put our needs aside, we put all that stuff aside, and we get so far away from our fitness goals because we have, children to care for. And it's easy to say, well, I just can't. And we know the 21-day fix, there are so many tools and resources, and us as coaches out there to support those people. It can happen. It can be done. And that's my passion right now. That's my dream right now, is to reach these people and show them there's a better way. You can have it all. And if that's a fit life and a family and, all your service responsibilities and your volunteer, and if that's a huge business, then you can have it all. You can do this if you want it. And those things, you can't let those things hold you back, because those people that you care about need you to be fulfilled. They need you to be happy. They need you to be healthy. You need to show your family and your children that they are more than a wife or a husband. They're more than a mother or a father. They're more than that they have so much more in them, and it's okay to pursue, your health and fitness needs. It's okay for you to pursue your business desires. So that is such a desire of mine in my coaching and at my team, as I want you guys to know that you can have that, and it's okay to want that. And so that's kind of, and especially women, I just want to empower women to feel empowered to have all the things that you can have in that life. So, okay, that was my soapbox because I just felt like it was important for me to share with you who I am as a leader and my dreams now. And like I said, things are going to evolve, and that's why one of my goals, when I share with you my goals, which I'm going to ask you to do too, is one of the goals I set at the beginning of this year was to help 4 coaches on this team achieve a full-time income by the end of this year. That happened for me last summer. I hit a full-time income, and I knew that this year I wanted to help at least 4 women on this team experience that as well. And we have at least 3. So, but I have 4 months left, and I know that we can do it. So anyway, so that's one of the ways my goals align with that dream. So let me get back to my screen share now that I've had my little time to share. Don't mind all the tabs I have open. Okay, so I'm really going to ask you guys to write this down soon, because this is you're going to look at this every day. You're going to see this every day. You're going to post this in your workspace, or you're going to pull it out to read it every day. This is where you're going to operate from. This is the place that you're going to operate from. You're not going to operate, okay, it's September 1st, I got to hit Success Club. No, and that's natural. I mean, it's the first thing I think about. Oh my gosh, the back office just cleared. There's all zeros. What am I going to do? But what I have learned is when I operate from that place, I have so much more joy and the success follows. That's the funnier thing, is when I release it to my dream, the success follows. So SMART goals. Who remembers learning about SMART goals? Yeah, it's old school. I learned about it in high school or something. It's been around. I've learned about it in college. It's been like brought up a million times in like every job I've ever done. So yeah, it's old school, but it works, and we don't do it. It's easy to kind of, I roll my eyes. Yeah, I need SMART goals. But we don't do it. We don't write anything down. So I'm going to ask you guys to write down at least 5, and I'm going to ask you and have you share with us. Perhaps in the event page, we're going to do the team page. I'm going to start a post when we get off the call, and ask you guys to share. And here are 5 of mine that I thought, just for an example. Here are 4 of the things or 5 of the things in the next 4 months that I want to accomplish. I will be a 12-star diamond by December 31st. And do you see how I worded that? I will be. I am stating this as a fact. I'm not saying, I hope to make this happen sometime. This is specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's relevant, and it's time bound. Attainable meaning, I'm not saying I want to be 2-time superstar, I'm not saying, and then it's relevant. Yes, by me creating diamonds on this team, helping create diamonds on this team, I am helping, other coaches earn a full-time income or achieve success in this business. And time bound, that means I'm placing a date on it. It's specific and it's measurable. So those are the way, when you write a goal, you want to make sure you're writing a clear sentence and that you're stating it as if it already happened. I will be 12-star diamond on December 31st. And you can read my other ones, but these are just a few. My work schedule will be clearly defined. So let's look at relevant for a second, just to make sure that when by relevant, it means, does it hold to your dream, hold to your vision? If I said, I want to have 100 Success Club points next month, well, I don't know. I don't know that really aligns with what I'm trying to do. I'd much rather lead my team than build my own commission in retail, because you know what I mean. So it has to really relate to what you're trying to, your dream, your vision. Sure, that like put a whole bunch of cash in my pocket, but that's not, that's not the idea, and that's not relevant. So, okay, so now we're going to talk about some practicals. How are we going to get there, and how am I going to help you get there, and how is your upline going to help you get there? I just put a few graphics on this screen. You'll see the graphic for the Platinum Presenters. It's a little graffiti on a brick wall from the Platinum Edge. You'll see the new Coach Fast Track. It's not the most beautiful graphic, but it's a graphic that's in the top of the new coach training, and then it's our new Green to Bling training that's coming up. So I'm gonna, take it off. Okay. So let me just talk about these 4 months of freedom and how it's going to relate to each and every one of us. So we need a plan and we need a path, and whether you're like a brand new coach, or you're a coach who's just been a coach for a while but hasn't really started, or even if you're like, a diamond level or above, you need a plan. And whether that's you just starting, the Fast Track, whether it's the Power Hour Accountability Group or the Green to Bling group, you need some kind of plan to keep you on track. And so what I want to ask you, especially if you're not sure if this is something that you're going to commit to for the long term, is that you give it this next 4 months, and that you really commit to giving it a real test drive. I think there's so many of us who think we're giving it a test drive. I mean, I kind of dabbled when I first started. I was the one who, I'm a discount coach, but I stalked coaches because I was really curious, kind of intrigued and nosy about it, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it, but let me just check on what they're doing. So I'm asking you to actually give it a test drive by completing the New Coach Fast Track in the Power Hour Accountability Group. And not kid yourself in thinking that you're trying it out by sporadically inviting, by sporadically doing challenges, by sporadically posting on Facebook. That's not really giving it a test drive. That's like hopping in the car and turning on the windshield wipers and checking out the radio stations and like, where's the lighter? Where's, that's a little different. If you want to actually give this a shot, you've actually got to go through the training and do the 3 vital behaviors. You've actually got to try it. You've actually got to practice it. You can't just kind of get in there and, maybe I'll just pull out of this parking space and drive around the dealer's lot. You got to take it on the open road. You got to give it a whirl. You got to like strap on the seatbelt and go and actually try it to see if this is the fit for you, if this makes you feel good, if this is going to like feel the right place for you to be. So, if you're not sure, I'm asking you to stop dabbling and to actually complete the training and give it a try. If you have not committed to a Power Hour group and you're still struggling, if you've not committed to trying the Power Hour for at least a month, but I'm asking you for the next 4 months, commit to a Power Hour at least 5 days a week. And then decide, you know what, if you're not seeing anything happening for you, you're not really excited about it in 3 months of trying, of like consistently doing a Power Hour, and if you're not feeling it, I would say this is not right for you. But I don't think you can tell me that until you've tried it. I've not seen, the only coaches I've seen quit, and let's say I've probably sponsored up close to like 100 coaches in 2.5 years. So maybe about 60 to 70 of them are still active. So don't feel like if you have people canceling on you that you're like not a good coach. It happens. So I hope that encourages you. If you've had coaches cancel or go inactive, it's not necessarily you. Those who have canceled or gone inactive, not a single one of those has actually given it a shot. I can't say one coach who said this isn't for me has actually given it a real try. So I would just encourage you to try this for the 3 to 4 months as it's, as the training is written out, as the Power Hour is written out, to really decide if you can do this. And I think you'll find that you can. I think you'll find that you can if you actually commit to the Power Hour. So you have gone through the training. Say you're getting after this business. We've got the the Green to Bling training coming up, which I'm super excited about. You have to be an emerald level or above. So this is for you if you really do want to make a go of this business. You're an emerald rank, or you're going to get there by September 8th, and you can. There's plenty of time. Emerald is a decision. It's a decision. It is. You can do it. So I'm not even asking you guys to like, I hear these like training calls, these personal development books I read, and it's like, it's a mindset shift. You need to change your mindset. You need to believe that you can do it. If you believe, you will do it. And I get it, and that's true. And it is a mindset shift to decide, that I can do. But shifting your mind is easier said than done. And there's a time and place for that. Maybe I'll talk about in the future. But right now, I'm not even asking for you to change your mind, shift your mind and believe in yourself. I'm asking you to just like make a decision to follow through with one of these groups. Make a decision just to actually follow through. That's practical. Just do it, because the belief and the mindset shift, those follow. It happens after you take action. It doesn't happen before. If you're waiting for it, if you're waiting for that mindset shift, if you're waiting for that belief to come before you actually step out of the comfort zone, you're gonna be waiting for a long time. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. You actually have to put action behind it. I was reading Dave Ramsey's leadership, EntreLeadership book, and he he says, one of the quotes that just struck me was, goals are visions and dreams with work clothes on. So you have all these big dreams and goals, but they put work clothes on. You actually have to just do something. And so these trainings are laid out for you as action steps. And so I promise you, when you actually start putting these into action, those things follow. I talk about the whole fake it till you make it, because that's essentially what I did in the beginning, because I was so not this person, so not a coach, so not like, this was all like not cool for me. It was so hard, like speaking on a call like this was like the most terrifying thing. I just faked everything. I just thought, well, I'm going to pretend that's who I am. And what do you know, it followed. So, but I just saw one of my friends who's a coach who just hit 2-star. She put this thing on her page that she said, faith it till you make it. I was like, that's so much better than what I said. Faith it till you make it is so much better than fake it till you make it. But that was what I was faithing it till I make it. I just believed that if I pretended, or if I, stepped out in faith, that it was going to follow. So I like that, faith it till you make it. The other thing you might have seen on that, I didn't finish up with the green to bling. So there are other coaches leading Diamond Push groups. That's what Green to Bling is. And if you're somebody who's trying to build a business, Diamond is the beginning of a long-term business. So Diamond is pretty much a no matter what, if you want to create a good income, a decent part-time income, up to full-time 6 figures, 7 figures. Diamond is kind of where that starts. So there are a couple coaches. I know Katie Auerheim, Andrea Stevens, and Jen McNeil. If you were in their downlines, reach out to them, because they will be leading their own group, which is really good to have smaller, tight-knit, more intimate push groups for accountability. So if you're in their downline, reach out to them. They're going to be doing their own. And then if otherwise, if you're interested, there is a event that I created. So RSVP to that. And it's 10 weeks. We're going to show you how it's done. I'm going to have some help from another 8-star elite coach, and then I'll actually be asking for some help from my other diamonds who will be in the group. So those are 3 options for you. And then this is something that I haven't mentioned because we had just come off of Summit this summer. But if you're unaware that you are part of the larger team Platinum Presenters, I'm sorry if I'm talking loud. Or talking fast. I'm trying to respect your time. But we are part of the Platinum Presenters. Christine Dwyer is the leader of Platinum Presenters. Christine Dwyer is arguably the most successful coach in the company. She has the largest downline. She has, like maybe 40% of the entire network is in her downline, which is pretty incredible because she wasn't even one of the founding coaches. By founding coaches, I mean there were like a handful 8 years ago when they started that were founding, I think 40. She wasn't even one of those. She came in like a year later, but she's just become extraordinarily successful. So she has created. If you're on her newsletter, platinumpresenters.com, please register for that site. You have access to incredible resources. She has just created this whole new training system. So we obviously have our own systems and resources, which was important for me to create because they are more from our style, our culture. But that's where I learned everything from. I took resources from her. So please access those. Those are like a gold mine of resources. If you do not have access to platinumpresenters.com, get it. You just register for it. You got to go up there and just click register and then get on her newsletter because she sent us all a login. So she's just given us a ton of tools. Okay, so get on that. I might even send an email out to you guys with that information to make sure everybody has access. She has a live event every year. I didn't mention this until now because there's a big push to go to Summit, but this is her 3rd time with the Platinum Edge, and this is maybe about 1,000 seats. This was the first event that I went to. It's in Dallas. It's called the Platinum Edge. Yeah, she does trainings with extraordinary speakers, and the training is so on point and so valuable. Like her approach, the coaches that she has, the leaders that she has speaking, their approach is more like ours, I should say. It's less of a direct sales network marketing training than Summit. Now, Summit is, it's the ultimate, you want to go to it because it's awesome. But Beachbody is a company. They're selling their products. I say this all the time. You are so much more than a Beachbody coach. You are a coach that uses Beachbody tools. Like, you are your business. And you just happen to use Beachbody tools. So you market yourself, that's why we don't flash sales on our, we don't do stock images on our Facebook pages, because I don't want to sell stuff. I didn't have to be a rep. I didn't sign to be a supplement distributor. I'm a coach and I just use these tools. The value is in me, not in the products. So that's the way she trains. And I feel like that's the way to be successful in this business. Is to make it more about the relationships and less about the products. And so I think her training is extraordinary. There are at least 4 of us who are going to this that have already committed. I know there's a few on the fence right now. The Platinum Edge, you can register through the website. If you're interested in going, I've already reserved a room. I know a couple of other girls already reserved rooms. We're going to try to, keep it affordable. It's in Dallas at the Gaylord. It's right there on site. Like the seminar or the workshops are all right there in the same facility as the lodging. It's so fun. It's so good. It was the first thing I went to. I invested everything that I made to go, because I started in April, and it was in November was that I missed Summit because I still wasn't sure I was going to do this. Because Summit was in July, and I was still kind of like, yeah, I don't know. Plus I had a 1-year-old. But there was just something when July came and went, and I saw Summit come and go. Whatever, I think I had made like $500 or $600 total up to that point, like total in 3 or 4 months. I put it back. I went ahead and bought a ticket, plane ticket, and a ticket to the event, because I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to invest every cent that I made into getting there. And it's one of the best decisions I made. So I hope you guys will consider that. That is another part of your 4 months to freedom plan. There are different options. So I just wanted to lay out a few different trainings, opportunities to help you reach your 4 months to freedom plan. So let me talk a little bit more. We're almost done about the 4 months to freedom. Okay, so next on your notes, next thing after your dreams, after your goals, is I want you to write out your 4 months to freedom plan. What are you going to do? So maybe some of these things are going to be you just add to your list of goals. But here are just some ideas, different things that might apply to you. What is your 4 months to freedom plan? What are you going to do the next 4 months? Is it going to be, I'm going to complete this fast track, and then I'm going to commit to the Power Hour group for 3 months? Maybe it's, I'm going to invest in getting myself to the Platinum Edge. Maybe it's, you know what, I have not been consistent. I haven't actually given this business a shot. I'm going to do this Power Hour. I'm going to see if this is right for me. I'm going to actually take this for a real test drive. I'm not going to just mess with the dashboard and play with the radio when where are my lights. No, I'm going to take it out on the open road and I'm going to drive it. I'm going to see if this is right for me. Or I'm going to hit Emerald by September 8th if I haven't, and I'm going to do this Green to Bling. I'm going to take these 10 weeks and I'm going to focus. Or you know what, I'm just going to commit to hitting Success Club 5, helping 3 people a month for the next 4 months. So I call it the 4 months of freedom plan because what I think is so freeing, what I think is freedom, I mean, it can mean so many different things to people, and it can be financial freedom, it can be time freedom, I don't know. What I find freedom in is knowing that I'm giving my best, because I can't be upset, I can't be happy, and I can't not be at peace if I know that I've done everything I can. The only time that if I'm gonna feel imprisoned, if I'm held back by fears, if I'm held back by not wanting to get out of my comfort zone. Like, there is no greater freedom. Like, I just feel such freedom and peace of mind because I'm doing my best. Even if that doesn't mean I've hit like X, Y, and Z goal, I can't be upset because my best is laid out there. That's great peace of mind, right? So this quote is from was it John Wooden? Success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction and knowing you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable. So can you honestly say that's where you're at with your business, with any area of life? But do you have satisfaction in knowing that you're doing everything you can? Or are there some hangups that you know that you haven't gotten over? Maybe there's some excuses that you've used to not go through the fast track, go through the power hour, and invite every day, whatever it is. Give yourself that freedom. That freedom doesn't have to mean you're making X amount of dollars. That freedom doesn't have to mean you've hit a rank. That freedom doesn't have to mean you've hit Success Club every month. You only know only you know what that freedom feels like, but you're not going to know that freedom until you've actually done your best. So let's find out what your best is these next 4 months and, find that freedom. Okay. So I'm done talking at you. I'm going to open it up for any questions. I am going to put a document just to kind of review, put a document in the file section about the September supplement sampler for you guys to add your testimonials. For the next month, I'm going to open up a post on the team page for you to share your goals. How about I throw out a gift, a drawing for fun, just to kind of encourage you guys to all share your goals, to really think about it, because there's such a power in accountability. Stephanie Marcilia, we were chatting this tonight, and she said something about what she was going to do these next month, and she's like, oh shoot, I just put it out there. Darn it, now I have to execute. And that's the reality, is when you say something, you put it out there. Honestly, like it was hard for me to put those 5 goals out there in front of all of you. That's like how many eyes on me if I don't. Yeah, I didn't like doing it. I didn't like putting those goals out there because I don't want to because now you're going to know if I don't hit my goals. But it's the accountability. So that's what I'm asking you guys, is to share at least 5-year goals in that team page. So, okay, there's a chat window to the right. Does anybody have any questions? Anything to share? I had one more thing. Wouldn't you know it? It's just this last idea. This is what I shared at Super Saturday, owning your business. I went to the Super Saturday in Virginia on my trek down to Florida. We stopped. I stayed in Virginia with my family for a week, and Brittany Leggett, she asked me to share my secret sauce at her Super Saturday. It was me and another elite coach were in attendance. And the 3 of us, me, Sarah, and Brittany, all shared our secret sauce. And this is what I shared. I'm going to share it with those of you who maybe didn't hear it, because I know that it was recorded. But my secret sauce has been, I've owned my business since the beginning. And by that, I mean, I decided that if I wanted success, that I couldn't make any excuses for not having the right resources or the right time. I just decided I was going to own it. That you guys are lucky enough to be a part of an organization that is established and has resources. And my upline wasn't involved at the time, so I just had to figure it out. And honestly, I do believe it was an advantage to me. At the time, it didn't feel like an advantage to not have an upline who was involved. I thought that I had gotten a raw deal, sort of like, oh man, I really want this, and now I don't have anybody to ask or how to do this. But I think from the get-go, I knew that I had to figure it out if I wanted it. So I had no other, I couldn't blame it on anything. So from the beginning, I just had to own it. And so, even though you have access to a ton of resources, it's time for you to own your business. I love how Megan Ewaldson spoke on the call on Monday, the National Wake Up Call. And she said, even if you're not like a diamond coach or a successful coach or this or that and the other. Like, do your own sneak peeks. And I'm not saying I'm asking you to do your own sneak peeks if you don't want to, because I'll continue to provide those. But that's the deal. Like, if it doesn't matter where you're at in your business, it's a business. You have your own business. Whether your upline walks out the door tomorrow, you have a business, and whether you have that support or not, you own it. It's like you have opened up a business, whether you have support or none at all. So she says, who cares how successful you are? You can do your own sneak peeks. So just think about that. You're a part of Team Phoenix. You might be a part of Team Alive or Transformation Nation or Forever Fitness or Fitwell. I mean, all the teams are, but you have your own business and you can do whatever you want. And that's what I want you to feel. Feel empowered by the fact that you have your own business. So that was my secret sauce was I decided I had to own my business. It was much more eloquent that day though. I had practiced. Okay, that's all I got. Nicole asks, what is Power Hour? Okay, Nicole, good question for those of you who are maybe still going in the fast track and you haven't gotten to the point of knowing what a Power Hour is. Power Hour is, it is a way to use an hour of time, because let's face it, a lot of you don't have more than an hour a day to work your business. And this is how you actually take an hour and make it the most productive. Because what do? We get on Facebook, we scroll through the feed, we do a whole bunch of stuff that's not really productive, and then say we worked. So the Power Hour outlines what you need to be doing, prioritizing the things today, every day to build your business. For example, Power Hour starts with making new contacts. That's your number one thing to do, is to make new contacts before you respond to messages, before you respond to your clients, before you respond to your challenge packs or your challengers, before you even check the back office. That should be number one, is you are making new contacts. You are building your network daily. So making new contacts, connecting with contacts is the next one. Invite. So you've got to be inviting to the business, to a challenge group, to a 5-day. Your workout, obviously, your Shakeology. So the Power Hour, it outlines how to be the most efficient in working an hour of time. So we have created an accountability group called Phoenix's Rock the Hour to help people stay on track with that. And if you're just interested in knowing what the Power Hour looks like, I can send you that document. But the Power Hour accountability group has been really effective in helping people stay on track, because it's hard. It's hard to get into the habit of working this business every day. So any other questions? Jennifer Kent was saying she's addicted to her Periscopes. I think she's referring to Christine Dwyer. If you're not on Periscope, Periscope's like the hot new thing, guys. If you want to learn a new social media, that's where to go. But Christine Dwyer is doing a lot of scopes on different business practices and business training. They're really solid. They're really good. I really like hers. So if you're looking for some short trainings on how to rock, she's awesome. She's really evolved too. I feel like over the past couple of years since I've been a coach, her trainings have gotten better. So definitely check her out on Periscope. If you haven't downloaded the app yet, it's just go to your apps. It's just Twitter. It's owned by Twitter, and so the handles will be like at Christine Dwyer. Mine is at Megan Eggleston, so you can come find me. Thanks, Megan. I needed to hear that. I'm glad, Stacy. Oh, good, Nicole. All right, guys. Any more questions? Which document is best for keeping a Power Hour tracker? Well, that really is individual, Claudine. I've provided a tracker in the Power Hour accountability group. If you're not in there, I can send it to you. Now, it is not the one that has to be used, but because everybody likes something different when it comes to tracking. Beachbody has one on their back office. I know some coaches use the Power of Threes. It's just a document that has, okay, they have 3 new contacts, 3 new customer connections, 3 invites. So there's a lot out there. And I just provided a document just to have something to start from. So, people have, I know Chris Stouffer has actually created her own because something works better for her, and that's totally fine. It's really individual what's going to work best for you. But I can give you a starting place, and that's what I use. But like I said, you can make whatever works for you. Thanks, Megan. I'm glad it's helpful. Four months to freedom. We're going to make these last 4 months the best 4 months of the year, right? All right. I don't think anybody has any more questions, so I'm going to log off. I'm going to hop over to the team page, and I'm going to hope to see a few of you there, all of you there, sharing your goals for September through December. Thanks for coming, guys. Have a good night.